Jeff Vincent's guitar instruction. Today we're going to be looking at improvising with arpeggios. Improvising with arpeggios is a really cool concept that I've used and many players use, and it's really a good thing to practice. It keeps you down to just like 3 notes. So you're not using the whole scale. You're having to memorize like a whole scale, 7 notes to improvise with. And this is really a good thing, I think, for intermediate players that are just learning to improvise and they seem overwhelmed with scales that just, it seems like there's so many notes that which ones do you play, but if you just take just the first, third, and fifth note out of the scale and just use those, you can really get some cool sounds and get a foundation to work from for your improvising. So now I'm going to improvise over that static G major chord using strictly the G major arpeggio, which is G, B, and D. And I'm just going to stick just strictly to those notes and just see if we can kind of keep it interesting. But the main thing is to get the sound of that arpeggio into your ear over that G major chord. So let's see what that sounds like. Okay, that was the G major arpeggio over just the G major chord. Now I'm going to improvise using all 3 of those arpeggios, the G major, the B minor, and the D major over that static G major chord. And I'm going to stick strictly to the playing what arpeggio I'm committed to. If it's the G major, I'm just going to play G, B, and D. And when I go to the next arpeggio, whether it be B minor or D major, I'm just going to play those notes. I'm not going to mix them up in this improvisation. I'm going to do that in the next one. So let's check that out and see what that's going to sound like. Using the same 3 arpeggios over the G major chord. This time I'm just going to intermingle them all together, all the different notes of the 3. And some of the arpeggios have common notes, like the B minor and the G major both have the B note in there and the D note. And so that's something else that helps you to improvise, is you don't have to learn as many notes as though you're like having to learn the whole scale. Because some of these arpeggios have common notes, and that just kind of simplifies it for you and makes it a little easier to memorize. information there helps you out some, and helps to, like I said, that's a good way to develop your ear using those three techniques there. Just the first time, just get the sound of the root arpeggio in your head over the root chord. Then mix in those other two, the B minor and the D major. Or like I said, you can use another key, or if you want to mix in one of the other degrees of the G major scale, like the A minor arpeggio, you can mix that in there if you want to. You just have to mix and match it however you want to. If you just want to use 2 arpeggios or 5 out of whatever key you're working out of, it don't matter. But I would recommend it just starting out with just 1, 2, or 3 of them. Then just get yourself a nice little foundation built there to work off of. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video, and I hope you've learned something from it. And if you did, if you don't mind, if you're so inclined, give us a like and a share and a comment below what you think. If you like what you're seeing here, and we sure do appreciate you watching. And we'll see you in the next video. God bless.